Hi everyone. We are going to start at 6:05.
Palak, Vaishnavi, we are all set to begin. Please proceed with the anchoring. Also, keep your cameras on and ensure that there is no disturbance. Thank you.
Okay. Am I audible and visible properly? Can you please ensure that? Okay, so I will begin. अनंत लीला सा देवी अनंत सा च शक्तया साया स्त्री सर्वलोकेषु सा देवी सा च मातरा. The woman is divine, limitless in power, and the embodiment of energy. She is the goddess in all words, the mother of all creation.
Good evening, respected guests, teachers, and my dear friends. It is a privilege to welcome you all to this special event organized by Naksh Foundation in collaboration with YUVA Gargi on the occasion of International Women's Day. Today, as we celebrate the achievements and contribution of women, we also recognize the challenges they face. One of the most pressing being cyber safety. In a world that is becoming increasingly digital, ensuring online security is not just a choice but a necessity. This event, themed Cyber Safety for Women, Protect Yourselves Online, aims to educate and empower women to navigate the digital space safely and confidently.
It is an honor for us, Yuva Gargi, that we are able to organize this event in collaboration with Naksh Foundation on cyber safety and security. Before we begin with the event, I would like to tell you all about the Naksh Foundation. They are a non-profit organization committed to driving positive social change and uplifting underprivileged communities in India. It works to create a cyber-aware generation equipped with the knowledge and skills to combat cyber threats, fostering a culture of digital safety and responsibility. They aim to transform the university into a model institution where cybersecurity awareness and practice are integral to the student experience, ultimately contributing to a safer digital society with a strong focus on education, cybersecurity, legal aid, women empowerment, and rural development. Naksh Foundation aims to create a sustainable impact and provide equal opportunities for the marginalized. I would like to commend the efforts of Naksh Foundation for doing such an empowering work. Let's move forward towards the session that upholds. Before starting our webinar, I would like to put forward some instruction that you all need to follow. So the first instruction is that you all need to mute yourself and also please keep your cameras off If you wish to turn on your cameras, then please ensure that your background must be plain, clear, and decent. And second is it is mandatory to fill the feedback form. Then only you will be eligible for certificates.
Today, as we embark on meaningful discussions, it is essential to acknowledge the guiding force behind our initiative. I take immense pride in introducing Dr. Neetu Ma'am, our esteemed teacher convener, a, a dedicated teacher, a mentor to many, and a pillar of support for this initiative. Dr. Neetu Kumari, Assistant Professor in the Sanskrit Department of Gargi College, Delhi University, and a dedicated mentor of YUVA Gargi. With her profound knowledge of Sanskrit and unwavering commitment to academic excellence, Dr. Neetu Kumari has been an inspiration to students and colleagues alike. Her guidance and mentorship through Yuva Gargi have empowered many young minds, fostering a deep appreciation for our rich cultural heritage. Thank you for your unwavering support, ma'am. Now, moving ahead, I would now like to introduce you all to our guest speaker, Dr. Atul J. Bhai. Dr. Atul J. Bhai is an assistant professor of law at Hidayatullah National University, Raipur in Chhattisgarh, India. He is also a heading center for internet governance and artificial intelligence at HNLU. Dr. Atul writes in the field of cyber law, criminal law, and IPR. He has 1 decade of teaching experience. He has been a keynote speaker at various national conferences and seminars. He has also published several research articles and presented research papers at international conferences in Vietnam and Malaysia. He has authored a book titled Revisiting Juvenile Justice in India, published by Routledge Publication Company, UK. He is also an editor of the book titled Cybercrime, Security and Artificial Intelligence, published by Satyam Law International, New Delhi. We are honored to have such an esteemed guest with us.
Thank you, Palak. So, may I start with the session?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let me share the screen first. Is it visible? My screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Is it moving also, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, thank you. Uh, at the outset, I take this opportunity to thank Naksh Foundation for inviting me for this session, and I also congratulate for organizing uh, this particular session on such an interesting topic. So, the topic which has been assigned to me, that is cyber safety for women, protecting yourself online. So, in this session, 1 hour session, I will be discussing uh, the various types of cyber crimes which are committed against women, as well as we'll also go through some legal provisions of the Information Technology Act, etc. And as I have been told that many students, that the girls, they are from the non-law background, so I will try to keep it as simple as possible so that they should understand. So let me start with the session. So today we are living in the 21st century, that is the age of information technology, that is the digital age. And in this technological age, that the internet has become an essential part of our daily existence. If you see that we have to rely or depend on this internet to execute the multiple tasks in our day-to-day life. And the technology acts as a double-edged sword, bringing both the benefits and drawbacks. So there is a technological advancements, etc. Technology is developing day by day, but there are certain advantages and disadvantages. So one of the disadvantages of this technology is that the cybercrime. So cybercrime is a growing concern, and if you see, the women are most vulnerable to cyber attacks. So I mean to say that they become easily target of the cyber criminals, and that's why it is quite essential that women should understand that what care has to be taken, etc., so that they don't become the victim of cybercrime. Now, even the NCRB, that is National Crimes Records Bureau, they also from time to time has updated the report with respect to cyber crimes against women, which is rising day by day. So that is also alarming. Now, why cyber safety is crucial for women? Because if you see that there is a growing digital presence of women, not only women but everyone, they are using the mobile phones, they are using the internet, and as they are using the internet, mobile phones, that's why there is a threat of cyber crimes. The rising cyber threats against women are increasing day by day. Also, there is a psychological and social impact. Maybe in case a woman become a victim or any girl become a victim of any cyber crime, then she may feel anxiety or she may go in depression, etc. That's why it has a psychological and social impact also. Therefore, there is a need to create awareness among the women as well as to take any proactive measures so that they don't become a victim of cybercrime. And from that point of view, today's session is of paramount importance. So let us try to understand first what is a cybercrime. So cybercrime, as such, there is no any particular definition, but if you see, the cybercrime is a crime where a computer is used as a target to tool to commit a crime. So with the help of any computers or with the help of any mobile phones, etc., any cybercrime can be committed against any person. It can be any organization, it can be any individual, etc. So cybercrime is a crime where computer resource is involved. Computer resource means any computer network, computer system, etc. So with the help of this technology, a cybercrime is committed by the cyber criminals. It is also any unlawful act where computer or communication device or computer network is used to commit or facilitate the commission of crime. However, there is a difference between cyber crimes and traditional crimes. Now, if you see the example of traditional crimes like offense of like murder or offense of theft, offense of rape, etc. So these are known as the traditional crimes which are happening since years together, etc. But now the cyber crimes are increasing day by day, and this is a new phenomenon in this digital age. And day by day, technology is developing, and that's why sometimes it also becomes very difficult for law enforcement agencies, for the police officers to catch the cyber criminal and to punish them. So there are various categories of cyber crimes. That is, it can be categorized into three. That is, cyber crimes against person, cyber crimes against property, and against government. Now, when I say that cyber crimes against person, so it could be any cyber stalking, as well as offense of cyber crime of pornography or phishing attacks, etc. And when I discuss or talk about the property, then it may be with respect to cyber crimes against intellectual property, violation of intellectual property in cyberspace, as well as cyber crimes against government, that is cyber terrorism, that is also increasing day by day, that is also punishable under the Information Technology Act. Then before going through the various types of cyber crimes committed against women, it is very essential to understand the background of the cyber law in India, as many of you are non-law students. So let me just give you a brief about what is a cyber law. So cyber law is a law which relates to computer, internet, and cyberspace related issues. So basically, cyber law, it regulates the internet, it regulates the cyberspace. And what is a cyberspace? Cyberspace is nothing but this virtual world or an online world that is known as the cyberspace. So the cyber law is also called as the information technology law, or sometimes it is called as the internet law. And for this in India, like as you might have heard that various legislations have been passed in India, we have various laws, etc. So one of the law is Information Technology Act. The Information Technology Act of 2000, which basically looks into prevention of cyber crimes. And this act was passed, it came into effect in the year 2000. So this is the only one act wherein you will find the various provisions of cyber crimes, etc., as well as even the penalties and punishments are also mentioned under this act. If any person commits any cybercrime, then the provisions given under this act would be applicable. However, there are certain challenges that cyberspace has no any geographic boundaries. It is borderless. For example, any person sitting in any corner of the world, he can access to any particular internet. That's why there is a threat of cybercrime. This woman. Now, why there was a need to enact Information Technology Act 2000? Because if you see, when there were no computers in the initial days, in the initial phase, there was no any computer as well as there was no internet. But due to the growth in the technology, now we are talking about the artificial intelligence as well as we have these tablets, mobile phones, laptops, etc. So due to the growth in these technological advancements, that's why the cyber criminals they started taking undue advantage. There was no any particular law which prohibits a cybercrime or prevents cybercrimes, and that's why there is a need to have a comprehensive legislation, to have a comprehensive law in India, and therefore this Information Technology Act has been enacted. So you have to keep in mind that we have this Information Technology Act 2000, which basically looks into the various types of cybercrimes. So moving ahead, now any particular woman or maybe any victim. So the cyber behavior can easily target following persons, as you can see in this slide, those who are needy. So as you can see, there are various frauds which have taken place in this digital age. For example, there is this particular lottery fraud or any job fraud. So those people who are needy, maybe in a need of job, as well as if woman she wants to marry, in that case she may register herself on any matrimonial website, and then there might be any particular matrimonial fraud which may take place. So cyber criminal first study the mindset or human behavior of that woman. He will also study the family background, etc., and he will go through the social media accounts of that woman. Then the person who are greedy, so who are the victim of this crime, greedy, those who are in need of money, like KBC fraud, you might have heard about. You might have received any particular message, WhatsApp, etc., that you have won a lottery or cashback, etc. Actually, there is no any particular cashback or lottery, but ultimately you become or fall prey to these particular cyber crimes. That's why the cyber criminals they also target the persons who are greedy, who are maybe in search of any particular money, job, etc. As well as third category of persons is careless, those who are not vigilant in this cyberspace. They also become the victim of these cyber crimes. So who are the people who are careless? For example, many a times we set the same passwords, etc. Passwords which are very easy to remember, etc. Maybe our date of birth, name, or even the password is sometimes set as a password. So it becomes very easier for the cyber criminals to crack this password, etc., or to hack your any particular computer system or your mobile phones. That's why it is very much advisable that we should not set passwords which are very easy to be cracked by the cyber criminals. And the fourth category of the victim is that is the non-tech savvy, those who are not much tech savvy or not well versed in the technology. Now, take an example: if there is any senior citizen, a woman, if she wants to withdraw money from the ATM, many a times senior citizens they don't know how to withdraw money from the ATM, and many a times that they have to depend on other persons, maybe who is standing outside the ATM. Then she may ask for help from that person that you please help me for withdrawing the money. That person may have any malafide intention. He may commit the fraud. How he will commit the fraud? First of all, he will help that woman to withdraw for withdrawing the money from the ATM, and he's also having the same ATM card of maybe of SBI or any IDBI, and that woman is also having the same ATM card. So he may swipe that particular ATM card of that woman in a fraction of a second as soon as that woman leaves that particular ATM. So he may help her, but while doing so, he can easily swipe that particular ATM. And once that woman leaves that ATM machine, then that person who is the cyber criminal, who is having any dishonest intention, he will enter that ATM and then he will withdraw the money. And you may ask, what about the PIN? So PIN number that he has already seen while helping that particular woman from while withdrawing the money from her this debit card. So this is also a modus operandi of cyber criminals, that he may cheat any particular individual as well as any particular woman who is a senior citizens. That's why they are not this tech savvy or not well versed in the technology. Therefore, cyber criminals may cheat them. So it is very advisable that we should not share any particular information which is not necessary in the cyberspace, in maybe in our social media platforms, etc., which is not very much required. Maybe your telephone number or home address, etc., or debit card details, etc. Then moving ahead, now let us go through in a simple language. I will try to explain the different types of cyber crimes which are committed against the woman, as this is a session which is basically meant for the woman. So phishing is the first type of a cyber crime. Now, what is the phishing? As you can see in this slide, phishing is a method of trying to gather personal information using deceptive emails and websites. So, what is personal information? It could be your any bank account details, that is your personal information. It could be your login details of social media accounts. It could be your personal details. It could be your telephone number, etc. So, the cyber criminal, they gather this personal information maybe by sending any fake emails to you, or maybe they will create any fake websites and they will ask you that you please uh, mention or put all your login details, etc. You may feel that website is of SBI or it is of IDBI Bank, etc. But actually that website is a fake website which is created by the cyber criminal. So as soon as that woman, she enters all the details, login, password, so it is captured by that particular keylogger. A keylogger is there, so it is captured by that particular software. So the cyber criminal now can have the access to your login details, etc. That is login as well as password, and he can also do some online transactions. And when such offense is committed through any mobile phones, many times you might have observed that actually the crimes have taken place like these cyber crimes, that some people, they impersonate themselves as the bank employees, and you may also sometimes get a call from bank that your debit card is about to expire, etc., whether you want to renew it. And there is also one particular web series on Netflix, that is Jamtara scam. Now let me tell you in brief the story of this Jamtara scam. Jamtara, it's a small town in the state of Jharkhand, and the students who are even 10th fail, they have committed these cyber crimes, not against women, but against the public at large. So what was the modus operandi while committing this cyber crime? First of all, they purchased the mobile phones and they used to make any random calls to the bank customers of various banks, and they used to uh, terrorize them. They used to create a kind of fear in their mind that their ATM card is going to be blocked, etc. And that's why if they want to renew it, then they should give all the this particular debit card details, credit card details, as well as so many people, as they are not aware about this new particular uh, type of cybercrime, and that's why many people, they shared their login details, as soon as they shared their OTP, then certain amount has been debited from their account. Money has been directly withdrawn from the account of the bank customers. So this is how the particular this Jamtara scam has taken place in the state of this Jharkhand. So for cyber crimes, I would like to tell that for committing a cyber crime, it is not essential that a person should be literate, because in this Jamtara scam, the minors have committed the cyber crime, those who are below the age of 18 years. But we were the victim of cyber crimes. The victim of cyber crimes were qualified people, maybe even doctorate, etc. Even they have fallen prey to this particular cyber crime. So it is not required that only a illiterate person can be a victim of cybercrime. Even a well qualified or educated person can also be a victim of cybercrime. That's why it is quite essential that we should create a awareness among the people so that we don't become the victim of this particular cybercrime. Then smishing, just like phishing, the smishing uses cell phone text messages to lure consumers in. Then you may also sometimes get messages that you please click on this link, maybe through an email or through any text message. So we also don't know that what type of link that is. Therefore, it is advisable that we should not click. Basically, women, we should not click on any unknown links, because the moment you click on that link, then they may ask you to fill out certain details, etc. You may upload your pictures, images also, and maybe at a later point of time, your image can be morphed maybe for any obscenity, etc. That is also possibility. Therefore, we should not click on any unknown links which are sent through any text message, mobile phones, as well as through any emails. So that is a one first type of cybercrime, that is phishing attack, wherein a personal information is stolen of the woman. Then hacking, as you might have heard about hacking. So hacking is nothing but that is unauthorized access to computer with the intention of stealing information, causing damage or wrongful loss to any individual, entity or government. So this crime can be committed against any person, and women, they are also becoming the victim of this particular crime. Why many times we experience that our social media account is hacked. Many times and it has actually happened that wherein the social media accounts of women have been hacked by the cyber criminal, and they are uploading any pornographic content. So in hacking, the cyber criminal is getting the access to all your this particular social media accounts, and now he is able to upload whatever he wants. So hacking, that is basically now punishable under section 66. So I will not go into the provisions in technicalities, as many of you are from non-law backgrounds. So however, there is a difference between ethical hacking and unethical hacking. Ethical hackers are those persons who help the law enforcement agencies for the purpose of any investigation or to catch that cyber criminal, and that's why there are various certified courses on ethical hackers. On the other hand, there are some people who are having any dishonest intention or who are not having any good intention, and that's why they are committing this cyber crime. They are known as the cyber fraudsters or unethical hackers. They are also sometimes known as the black hat hackers. That's why, as you can see in the slide, a person who is wearing a black hat hackers. There are also type of hackers: white hat hackers, black hat hackers, and gray hat hackers. So hacking is also one of the serious or major concern cybercrime which is committed against the woman, wherein the mobile phone would be hacked, or any computer system would be hacked, or any social media accounts can be cloned or hacked. Then digital arrest, you might have heard about this cybercrime. Not only a woman, but even a old age, senior citizen, woman, they are also becoming the victim of this cybercrime. Now, this crime was not known to any person. There was lack of awareness. That's why many people, they have become the victim of this cybercrime in India. You might have heard in the news about digital arrest, which refers to an online scam where cyber criminals impersonate law enforcement officials. They may say that I am speaking from this ED office, Enforcement Directorate office, etc., and they falsely accuse the victims of involvement in criminal activities. The officer may also wear a particular uniform, and that's why the woman, she may also feel that actually that I have committed a crime, and he will create the fear in the mind of that woman. So they use phone calls or video calls to extort money by claiming the victim is under investigation and keeping them under constant surveillance until their demands are met. So he will say that now you are caught in this particular drug case, etc., or maybe any blackmailing. So there is also the use of deepfake videos and fake arrest warrant. He will also show any fake arrest warrant and other such documentation to impersonate officials of law enforcement agencies. And at the end, then he will ask that if you don't want this FIR to be filed, then he will say that you please transfer this amount to my account. And that could be a victim, could be a woman. So maybe due to some fear, etc., anxiety, she may transfer the particular money to that cyber criminal. So this is modus operandi behind this digital arrest. So if you see, the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center has reported a loss of rupees 120 crores, 120 crore from digital arrest scam between January and April 2024. So this is the latest data wherein 120 crores have been lost, or the people have become the victim of this cybercrime. Then the artificial intelligence and deepfake, this is also cybercrime which is committed against the woman, that they are falling prey to this cybercrime. You might have heard about a story of a famous actress, that is Rashmika Mandana, wherein her fake video was created by some cyber criminals. Deepfake video was created and it was put on the social media, and then the internet users, they were trolling her, and then she came forward and she narrated her story that the video which was created by this, with the help of this artificial intelligence, that video was not of her. So we have to be very careful while sharing our images maybe on social media platform, because from where the cyber criminal is getting these images, we are only providing all these images, photographs, we are only putting unnecessary photographs in our social media accounts. That's why they are having the access to this. And they are only removing your face and they are putting the face of any other, they are putting your face into the any nude body, etc. So it may amount to any cyber pornography also. So a deepfake is an artificial image or video generated by a special kind of machine learning called deep learning. So deepfake technology is a type of artificial which is used to create convincing fake images, videos, and even sometimes audio recordings can also be created. Even audio recording or any fake video can be created of any woman or any girl, and then the cybercriminal may start extort or may blackmail her that you please do this or this or to fulfill any unlawful demands. So the greatest danger posed by deepfakes is their ability to spread false information that appears to come from trusted sources. Deepfake technology can violate the privacy. As we know today, right to privacy has become a fundamental right. So every woman has a right to protect her privacy, to protect her dignity. Therefore, in case such cybercrime takes place, that is a deepfake videos, then it affects her privacy and the dignity as well as her reputation. She may go into depression, she may feel anxiety, she may feel hesitate to come forward, and maybe due to some social stigma, etc., she may not lodge FIR, and that's why many times, as she is not aware about what are the legal measures which are available to her or what are the safety tips which should be taken, that's why she become the victims of these cyber crimes, and she also may share her images, etc., or may transfer any money to that cyber criminal. And one of the disadvantage of this technology is that all these softwares are also available free of cost, or how to create any deepfake videos, etc. It is also available in YouTube. So that is also one of the disadvantage of the technology. So they are feeding a kind of lot of data, etc., to the cyber criminals, and that's why they are in a position to commit this particular cyber crimes. Then violation of the privacy. As I said, while privacy in India under the Constitution of India is one of the fundamental right. So there is a specific provision under the Information Technology Act, that is Section 66E. So whoever intentionally or knowingly captures, publishes or transmits the image of a private area of any person without his or her consent, under circumstances violating the privacy of that person, shall be punished with imprisonment. Punishment is also given, which may extend to 3 years. So this crime has also, this women are also becoming the victim of this particular crime, that is violation of privacy. Because many times, if you see in hotels or any restrooms, you may find any hidden cameras which have been fixed over there intentionally by some persons. And if with the help of these hidden cameras, any unwanted pictures are captured of any woman or any girl, and then that person may blackmail her that if you don't do this or that, I will publish all your images on social media, I will make it public, I will make it viral, etc. So these threats can be given by the cyber criminals, and you may find that this type of crime has also taken place, wherein with the help of any hidden cameras, etc., maybe in restroom, in hotels, restaurants, this particular crime is going on. So it also amounts to cyber pornography, wherein the provisions of Information Technology Act would be applicable. Then moving ahead, there are various privacy issues in cyberspace. As you can see in this slide, the data play a very important role, and woman, as she is using the internet, maybe for educational purpose, maybe for social media, maybe for any research purpose, maybe for entertainment. So she's also using a lot of data. That's why data collection has become a big business today. So the moment you download any, for example, if you want to download any mobile app from Google Market or Play Store, then they will ask for the permission to have the access to your contacts, media, etc. And you also, without reading any terms and conditions, not only you but many people, they also don't read the terms and conditions. So without reading that, we give our permission. So they are having the access to our contacts. So they are having the access to all contacts. They are having the access to gallery. Gallery means all photos. Sometimes they are having the access to our location. So they are keeping a track where you are going from, where are you coming from, etc. So that is also another these privacy issues in cyberspace. And due to this, then he is in a position to commit any other cybercrime, which may violate your privacy, which may violate the dignity of a woman. As well as another concern in the cyberspace is the use of cookies to keep track of your preferences. Many times, even you might have experienced that if you want to visit any website, then they may ask that you please accept these cookies, etc. So cookies as such are not harmful, but it is used for any or to enrich the user experience, etc. Or it keeps the track of your preferences, what websites, etc. that you are visiting. So there is also sale of personal data on dark web or darknet site. So let me tell you in brief about this. What is this dark web or darknet site? Wherein you will find that many illegal activities are going on this dark web or darknet site. Why it is called as dark web? Because these websites are not indexed by the Google. Because if you see only 4% of data, it is available on the surface web which is above, and 96% of data is available on this dark web which is below this particular surface web. So for this dark web, a particular software is required to access it, that is a Tor browser, TOR browser, and it is also accessed by the cyber criminals. And what are the illegal activities? Maybe any pornographic content is uploaded on this dark website, as well as any unwanted images of any woman, they are also uploaded on these particular sites, etc. Child pornography or sale of any illegal arms, etc. So cyber criminals, they are making sometimes the use of this particular dark web or darknet site. As well as the Google knows more about you than you know about yourself. So whatever we are sharing on this Google, etc., social media, so Google, it is keeping a track of the same. For example, if you ordered any particular pizza, at what time you ordered, from where you ordered, all the memories that it will give it to you, or the places that you have visited in last one year, etc. All images of maybe of any particular woman, etc. It will collect and it will show you. So Google is having a lot of data of us, and that's why it is advisable that we should minimize the clicks in the cyberspace. Women, basically, they should not share any unwanted information. As well as another risk or concern in the cyberspace is facial and voice recognition techniques are being developed by the US, etc. Now you take an example of this Alexa or Siri, that we don't have to type anything. Simply we have to give instruction or orders, etc. with the help of this voice recognition. But sometimes maybe the voice of a woman, any girl, it can be misused for any other purpose because it is getting recorded. As well as facial images. Many mobile, we have the mobile phones, etc. So we are putting that particular, what we can say, we are locking it with the help of our face. So it can open only if we show our image or our face. So this face, it is getting recorded in that particular database. So sometimes even it can be misused in case our mobile phone is hacked by the cyber criminals. Then comes another type of cybercrime, that is cyber obscenity. So cyber obscenity is a threat to the internet users all over the world. Cyber obscenity is nothing where any pornographic content is uploaded. For example, if any person has taken unwanted images of any woman with the help of any hidden cameras, and if he has uploaded it on any social media, or if he blackmails that woman, etc., in that case, that amounts to offense of cyber obscenity. That is punishable under section 67 and 67A of the Information Technology Act. Then comes another major offense which is committed against women, that is cyber stalking. Even the NCRB, that as I told initially, that is National Crime Records Bureau, they have also given the report that many women they are becoming the victim of this cyber stalking. So what is cyber stalking? Before that, we need to understand the meaning of stalking. Stalking means to follow any woman. So if any person is following you on any road, any public road, etc., that is only known as the stalking. But now take an example, if there is any person who is sending you unwanted messages repeatedly, maybe through WhatsApp or through any social media accounts, etc. In that case, it is known as the cyber stalking because he's using internet, he's using email, or he's using a technology for the purpose of stalking you, to follow you or to stalk you. That's why if you see the legal position, what it says that any man who follows a woman and contacts or attempts to contact such woman to foster personal interaction repeatedly. So the act is done repeatedly, despite a clear indication of disinterest by such woman. That woman has also shown disinterest, or maybe she might have blocked her, but despite that, with the from another account, that woman tries to stalk her or monitors the use by the woman of the internet, email, or any other form of electronic communication, commits the offense of stalking. Now that is also punishable in India under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita under section 78. This you should also know, that what are the legal provisions in India with respect to stalking. So that is a punishable offense under section 78, because in law there are various sections. So while framing any charge, etc., or while lodging any FIR, the police officer may rely on this particular provisions. So if you become the victim of cyber stalking, etc., in that case, the police officer may register the case under section 78 of the Bharatiya Sanhita. So there is one case law that, in brief, I will tell you about this case. Why this case is important. Now, what is the case law? Case law means which has actually taken place. It is not any hypothetical case. It is also known as judicial pronouncements. So this is the first case law, Ritu Kohli's case, which relates to cyber stalking. This was the first cyber stalking case which was reported in India in 2001. Now, what had happened in this case, that Manish Kathuria, he was stalking a woman, Miss Ritu Kohli, by illegally chatting on the website www.mirc.com. So he started using her name. He also used any obscene and obnoxious language, and he also distributed the residence number. He shared the personal information of that woman without her consent, without taking any permission. He has shared all this information on this particular website, and as a result, then that woman started getting unknown calls from various people. So Miss Ruti Kohli was getting obscene calls from various states of India and abroad, and people were talking in a filthy language, in a dirty, etc. language with her, and that's why she approached before the Delhi police and she reported the matter, and the police registered the case under section 509. So that was the case of stalking, cyber stalking, and that's why, due to this case law, therefore the Information Technology Act was later on amended. It was changed. So that particular person was held accountable and he was punished in this case. That is the name of the accused is Manish Kathuria. Then another type of cybercrime which is committed against women is doxing, DOXING. So doxing is the act of publicly revealing previously private personal information about a woman, including email addresses. Now, how this particular of cybercrime can be committed? As I told you about the offense of this phishing attack. So phishing attack is nothing but where the cyber criminal stealing your personal information by sending any fake emails, etc. So as soon as he send you any fake email, then you become the victim of this particular doxing, wherein you share all your your personal information unknowingly, including email address, phone number, addresses, social security numbers, or bank information. And believe me that there are two digital identities. There are two our digital identities in this digital age. So what are those two digital identities which are very important? First, our email, and second is our mobile number. Now, why these are most important, email and mobile number? Because many times, if it is mobile number, if it is registered to any particular bank, etc., then if you forget any bank account details, etc., or any OTP, if you are doing any transaction, all those OTP will come to your mobile phones. Or if you forget your login details, it will come to your email address, any other OTP for forgot password. That's why it is very essential that we should not share our phone number. This is for one, phone number as well as our email address unnecessarily or at any other platforms. It should be shared only in cases of emergency wherever it is required. So doxing may be targeted toward a specific person, maybe against any woman. So women, they have also become the victim of this particular offense. Then comes cyber defamation. That is also another cyber crime which is committed against the woman by the cyber criminal. So what is a defamation? Defamation is nothing but to harm the reputation or dignity of any woman. For example, spreading any false information about any XYZ woman, maybe like she's not a good girl, etc., or putting her images, etc., on social media, any unwanted images. So it may lead not only to cyber defamation, but it will also lead to the cyber obscenity. So cyber defamation basically means publishing a false statement about an individual or a woman in cyberspace that can injure or harm the reputation of that individual. That is also punishable under the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita as well as under the Information Technology Act. Then another type of cyber crime is revenge porn, which is also committed against women, basically against the girls. You might have heard even the celebrities, they also become the victim of this particular crime, cyber crime. That is, revenge porn is a type of digital abuse in which any nude or sexually explicit photos or videos are shared without the consent of those pictures. Now, maybe why this crime is committed, maybe because of jealousy or to take revenge, that person is committing this cyber crime, which is also called as the non-consensual pornography. It is closely related to sexual abuse. So, a current or previous partner may share such images or revenge or threaten to distribute them as a type of blackmail. So, revenge porn can have severe consequences for victims. That after this, the woman may feel kind of anxiety. She may go in depression. She may feel difficulties in current or future relationships. So there is a kind of isolation. She may not speak with someone, etc. These are certain consequences of these cyber crimes. Then there are matrimonial frauds. This is also another major crime wherein, because many women or girls, they register themselves on the matrimonial websites, and they are becoming the victim of this cyber crime that is known as the matrimonial frauds. Now let us try to understand how this particular cyber crime takes place or how it works. First of all, a cyber criminal, he will create any fake profile of himself, and he may say that he's well settled in a foreign, etc., or he's a NRI person, he's a wealthy person, he's having a lot of money, etc., but he never shows his face to you in this online or digital age. He never shows the face. So he poses to be settled or working abroad, thus making actual meeting difficult. And who are the most common targets of this matrimonial frauds? Widows, or any divorced woman, or any elderly woman looking for the life partners, or those women who are economically sound, those who are financially sound. And that's why I said initially that cyber criminals, before committing any crime against the woman, they study the social background, they study the family background of that woman. And how it is possible? It is possible only through this social media accounts, etc. In case if your social media account is not locked, in that case,
Sir, sorry to disturb you, but your mic is not on.
is off. For how long it was off?
Just for a few seconds, sir.
Okay, okay. I thought, okay. I thought that I'm not able to show this particular screen. Right. So I was trying to explain this matrimonial frauds. Is the screen visible now?
Yes, sir. The screen is visible.
So what is the modus operandi behind this matrimonial frauds that they are studying first social media accounts, family background, etc., your financial capacity, and then that person will send you a friend request, etc. You will also accept. Many women accept a friend request without verifying it, whether that person, or maybe if that is a mutual friend, etc. In that case, the woman will easily accept, and then they may fall in love. Both that person who is pretending to be a NRI, etc. He may say that he's an NRI, foreigner, etc., and he's having a lot of wealth, and then he says that now he wants to come to India and meet that particular woman, and she also agrees to that, and then there is a demand for money on various pretexts. Then he will say that now I need money. Money for what? Then he will say that I have arrived to the, or I have landed in India, but now they have, the police officials, they have arrested that person. Why? Because for the pretext like custom clearance of costly gifts, that he may say that he has brought any expensive gift for her, but now police officials have caught her, and now they are asking for any tax, etc., liability, conversion charges for foreign currency, government clearance for diamonds, and then he will say he's not having any money now, so please transfer me 30,000 or 50,000 rupees. Now the woman, that girl, she's already in love with that person. So without giving any second thought, immediately she will transfer that particular amount to him, maybe 30,000, even not 10,000 or 5,000. So the crime, cyber crimes like this have taken place. So we should always be careful while dealing with NRI profiles on matrimonial websites. Commit to marriage only after face-to-face meetings. And after that, when the woman she tries to call her back, that person, then his mobile phone is switched off. So there is no such person like NRI. There is no such person who was well settled in foreign, and he had not ever landed in India. So it was only a story which was created by that cyber criminal to cheat that woman. Then another type of cyber crime is cyberbullying, which is also known as the kind of harassment, harassing any woman, in which one or more individuals use digital technologies to intentionally and repeatedly cause harm to another person or a woman. So cyberbullies, they use mobile phones, computers, or other electronic devices to send text, emails, or instant messages. So cyberbullying is also a growing problem in schools and has become an issue because internet is fairly anonymous. Even the minor girl, they are also becoming the victim of this particular crime because parents sometimes they are also responsible that they are giving any mobile phones to their kids, and what they are watching, etc. It is also not being monitored by the parents. That's why sometimes these minors, girls, unwantedly, that they are sharing their personal images with this person, and that's why then they are threatening to them or harassing them to do any unlawful activities. So that is known as the cyberbullying or cyber harassment. Then child pornography is also another type of offense which is committed against the woman. So government is also very serious about this particular type of cyber crime because wherein the minor girl who are becoming the victim of this particular crime, because if you see there are many time which is also child pornography or content is also uploaded on the internet by the persons or by the cyber criminals. So whoever depicts children in sexually explicit act or conduct, or whoever publishes or transmits any image of any girls, or even browsing or downloading is also a punishable offense. So even if you browse or download or watch child pornography, that is a punishable offense as per the Information Technology Act. So police officer can arrest that person. So we should be very careful because watching pornography in private as such, it is not an offense, but watching child pornography is a punishable offense as per the Indian law, as per the Information Technology Act. Why? Because to protect the tender age of the children, girl child, etc., That's why it has made punishable offense. Then, as I don't have much time, then only I will take 10-15 minutes. Then there is also identity theft. That is also one type of offense which is committed against the woman, wherein whoever fraudulently or dishonestly make use of any password or any personal information of any woman, any bank account details, if he's having the access or if he steals that information and misuse it, in that case, that is known as the identity theft. So, what are the major initiatives taken by the government of India to protect the women? First, as you can see in this slide, the government has established Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center under the Ministry of Home Affairs to provide for a framework and ecosystem to deal with cybercrime in a comprehensive and coordinated manner. In addition to that, when it comes to women, for protecting the rights of women in this digital age, after this Nirbhaya case, the government implements the project, namely Cybercrime Prevention Against Women and Children, through which steps for spreading awareness about cybercrimes. It also issues the advisories from time to time, as well as it also trains law enforcement personnel. It also trains common people so that they should not become the victim of this cybercrime. Also, the government of India has launched a national cybercrime reporting portal wherein the woman can also directly lodge these particular complaints in an online mode, which has been launched as a part of the project. Now, as you can see in this slide, these are the actual cyber attacks or crimes which are committed against the woman. So there are multiple news you might have also come across, but these are only few examples that I have put in this slide, wherein the man has been held for creating any fake Instagram accounts of women. So he has created a fake Instagram accounts of women. So he has been caught. Then, as you can see in another image, cyber criminals create vulgar defects, cashing in on trending sari challenge. You might have heard about that sari challenge, that a woman would wear a sari and then she would upload her image on social media and then she would give the challenge to her friend that you also uh, share your image in a sari. But you see, the cyber criminals, they are taking the benefit of this. They are using these images for any particular, what we can say, for any morphing images, for any obscenity, for nudity, etc. That's why, as I said, we should be very careful, basically, women, while sharing any images in the social media. Then, in the third example, as you can see, matrimonial gift fraud among maximum cybercrime cases against women. That is gift fraud, etc. It has also become a concern in this digital age. Now, having discussed that all types of cyber crimes, what is the law in India, that is information technology, and different types of cyber crimes against women. Now, let us go through quickly some legal remedies and safety tips, as you can see in this slide. So, whenever any person or if you become a victim of any financial fraud, then you should dial 1930 to report all financial frauds. Report all cyber crimes. This is a portal of the government of India, cybercrime.gov.in. So, what is the benefit of this portal? Simply, it is accessible 24/7. You can lodge the complaint even anonymously. A woman can lodge the complaint to hide her identity. If she doesn't want to disclose her identity, she can also do it in this way. So you can also file a complaint with the cyber cell. Now, various cyber cells have been established in various districts, like we have the police station. So the cyber cell also assist when it comes to investigating any cyber crime. So you can also go to the cyber cell, nearest cyber cell, and you can also lodge a complaint over there. If you become victim of cybercrime, first of all, note down the URL address, that is Uniform Resource Locator address, and take the screenshot of any offensive messages or images. If any person has sent any, maybe any threatening message, if he's blackmailing you, maybe by sending any images, etc. In that case, you should save the same, because ultimately the police officers, they will ask that whether do you have any evidence or not of the same. So in that case, you should save it. Keep changing your passwords frequently. Do not set your password as your name, date of birth, mobile number, vehicle number. So password, it should be in the sentence form, which is very difficult for the cyber criminals also to crack. It should have certain numericals, some letters, alphabets, etc. It should be a combination of all. And you should keep it changing frequently. Even the RBI also says, bank also says that you should keep changing your passwords frequently. Then another cyber safety tip for women is that do not use any public Wi-Fi. because that no lunch, it is rightly said that no lunch is free. Because if you use any public Wi-Fi, there is a possibility that whatever data is there, your personal information is there, it is getting accessed by other server, or maybe by any other cyber criminal. It is getting transferred to other server. Therefore, it is advisable that whatever Wi-Fi is available at railway station, bus stand, etc., at public restaurants, we should not use it. Always browse through HTTPS sites and not HTTP. Now, what HTTPS? Because S at the end it stands for secure. It means that website is a secure. So, how to ensure that? You can click on any website, you can double click it, and at the left you can see on that website there is one particular padlock. So if you click on that padlock, it will give all the information that whether the website is secure or not. So that is also another cyber safety which we should uh, follow in our day-to-day life. In addition to that, learn about the privacy settings of our social media apps. First of all, if you are not logged your Facebook account, you should immediately lock it so that other persons are not able to see your photos, they are not able to see your posts. Other persons means those who are not your friends, as well as including who can see your information and blocking or hiding contents options. That privacy setting also you can do. Another cyber safety tip is limit information you post on your account, especially personal details such as your address, telephone number. Do not share it on any social media account, because as soon as you share any mobile number, then you will start getting unknown calls, etc., from any person. Only accept on personal social networks people you know. Do not accept friend requests from strangers, from unknown people, because quickly we accept the friend requests that he's a mutual friend. So before, without verifying any details, we accept the friend request of any unknown person only because that he is a mutual friend. So we should not, we should refrain from all these habits. Then another cyber safety or tip for women is enable multi-factor authentication where you can. For example, you can enable this multi-factor authentication for email. Now, what is this multi-factor authentication? For example, whenever sometimes you want to withdraw money from ATM, then OTP will come to our mobile phone. So that's a kind of security. So like that, if you want to log in from any new window, from any new system to your email ID or social media accounts, so first of all, OTP will come to your mobile phone. So that's a kind of a double authentication or multi-factor authentication which provides more security to our social media accounts. So if you don't know it, how to do that, you can simply watch any YouTube video how to enable multi-factor authentication. It will provide the details. Another cyber safety is keep software and operating systems updated of your mobile phones, as well as you should have any antivirus software on your laptop so that your system is not hacked by the cyber criminal. Be careful of suspicious links and where you click. You should not click on any unknown links, which is maybe shared through email or any text message through mobile. Know and understand the privacy policy and terms of your service you use. So read all the terms and privacy policy. It is not possible to go through all, but some key points should be read by any person so that he doesn't become a victim of the cybercrime. So that's all. That's all from me. Thank you very much. So if you have any questions, etc., with respect to this, we can discuss.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for such an insightful and knowledgeable session. Your expertise and guidance have given us deeper understanding of cyber safety and the steps we can take to protect ourselves online. Your guidance has given us valuable knowledge and practical ways to protect ourselves online. We truly appreciate the time and efforts you have taken to share your knowledge with us today. I'm sure many of you must be having questions about cybersecurity, online threats, and ways to stay safe on social media and digital platforms. So it's time for Q&A session. So feel free to drop your questions in the chat box. Uh, you guys can drop the questions in the chat box.
So the first question I can see. Uh, so the first question someone is asking that picking call from unknown number and then without telling anything like OTP, etc., bank account is debited. How to protect against such scams?
Picking call from unknown number and then without telling anything like OTP, etc., bank account is debited. How to protect against such scams? First of all, that as I said, that we should not share our personal information, let it be any OTP, etc., because as soon as we share the OTP, then we'll become a victim of cybercrime. Our money will be debited from our account, and in case, unfortunately, if the money is debited from our account, in that case, we should first of all debit freeze that particular account. And unknown calls, we should sometimes, if we receive it and if we feel that the call is unknown, in that case we should immediately block it. So that is one kind of safety for it. So we should basically debit freeze that our account in case if any money is debited from account, so later on that person will not be in a position to do any online transactions. Then as I can see another what are the other questions, I will just go through it and I will respond to it. How can we avoid the phishing? Because the emails or text messages we get seem to be from authentic source. Because there are various tools, as you can see, if you want to see that whether any particular website is secure or not, etc. In that case, there is particular that website totalvirus.com. Totalvirus.com. If you click on it, in that case, before attaching any file or any website, it will give you the authentication whether it is authentic, genuine or not, so that we don't become the victim of this particular phishing attacks. So as I told about these websites, that is also another that we should only browse through HTTPS sites. It stands for secure websites, etc. And many times we should not. Let's take an example of this banking sites. We should not put the it in the Google. We should actually put that address in the address bar. For example, www.onlinesbi.com. We should put it in the address bar. Why not in Google? We should not search in Google, because there is a possibility the cyber criminals might have cloned the websites, etc. That's why we should also remember our actual IP address of our banks, so that we don't become the victim of these phishing attacks. How to report cyber stalking? Are the WhatsApp messages considered as valid proof? Yes. WhatsApp message is considered as the valid proof. It is considered as the electronic record as per the this Indian Evidence Act. Now it is known as the Bharatiya this Sakshi Adhiniyam. So it is valid in the eyes of law. Even any WhatsApp message or even any email message, that is also be a valid proof in the eyes of law. Will the criminal be punished when he is trying to stalk in spite of several warnings? Yes, definitely. For cyber stalking, there is section 78 under Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita. So FIR can be lodged under this section. We can report this cyber stalking through that portal, that is cybercrime.gov.in, or you can also go to the any nearest cyber cell or any police station and you can lodge the complaint over there. Then how can law enforcement ensure due process and jurisdictional compliance when arresting cybercriminals operating across international borders? Now, this question, it takes me to some jurisdiction issues in cyberspace, because as I said that this is also another concern issue of jurisdiction, that a person, if he's sitting in any foreign country and if he's committing a crime, then sometimes it becomes quite difficult for the law enforcement agencies, first of all, to track the IP address, internet protocol address. If that is tracked, then how to catch that person, how to arrest that person, because there has to be a coordination between the two nations, there has to be a treaty between the two nations, etc. So sometimes it become difficult for the law enforcement agencies to catch that person and to bring him back in India and to punish him. So that is also another concern in cyberspace, which is not yet addressed efficiently, maybe through any laws or regulations. What to instantly do when get to know regarding such malpractice against oneself? What malpractice, I did not understand it. What to instantly do when get to know regarding? Photos from social media can be stolen and used to create pornographic content and to extort money from the victim of extortion. How that can be avoided and reported? Reported, that I already told you how to report it. And I just said that do not upload your images on social media unnecessarily, specifically for the woman, because with the help of artificial intelligence, they are creating any deepfake videos. So that is what, or you should lock your profile if you are using it. Another thing is that you should lock your profile. How should we guard against identity theft? Identity theft, do not share your password. Even RBI from time to time it says to you, do not share your personal information etc with any unknown people on any unknown platforms. So only in cases of emergency it should be shared, because many times we also get a call from bank that I am a from person, because but we should not believe, we should not trust that person. We should go to the bank, or we can ask any family member to go to the bank and verify the things minutely. Then another, recently I received a damaged product online, and before pickup of the product I was asked to again confirm return, and my phone was hacked. Means cyber criminal keep a watch on your online orders as well. Yes, definitely. Not only the cyber criminal, but this Google is also keeping a track of your preferences, maybe with the help of cookies, etc. So, for example, whatever you will search on Google, then in your inbox later you will start getting similar messages. For example, if you have searched any particular any shoes etc or any mobile phones, then same product ads will start coming to your this email messages. So it basically happens because all they are having the access to all of our data and preferences. Then are there any, then what are the other, so could you talk about digital arrest and how the government is making more notifications regarding the same? Digital arrest, first of all, it is happening in this online age, in this digital age. They are just wearing this uniform and they are trying to create the fear in our mind. First of all, we should not create any confusion, and we should directly lodge or approach to the concerned police station, and we should not transfer any money in a hurry, maybe because of some worry etc, that, or maybe some social stigma, maybe case of any drugs etc, and that person is not actually has committed any crime, or maybe but due to some anxiety and depression he will transfer the money. So first of all, that we should not immediately, we should approach to the police station in case there is any particular digital arrest is happening. And if you have already committed a crime, or if you think that in that case there is no any other option, but the police officer will not do such online digital arrest. They will directly come to your home and arrest you. That is also another option. What are the most effective measures that should be taken by women to prevent themselves from online harassments and cyber stalking? Limit your friends, that I would say. Do not upload any unnecessary images, etc. Cyber stalking. Minimize your clicks on in this cyberspace internet. Do not click on any unknown link through, as well as if you want to know that whether your data has been breached, there is one particular website that is have I been pawned, PWNED. Through that website you will get to know that whether there is any particular data breach or not. So there are free softwares or tools like this through which we can get to know. Another question is, should social media platforms be held legally accountable for failing to prevent cyber harassment against women? Yes, they are sometimes held accountable. For example, social media, for that there is a, if you know, there are IT rules 2021 intermediary guidelines. So these guidelines are basically for the social media, because social media is a intermediary in the eyes of law. So they have to follow certain rules and regulations. That now one of the things is that as soon as any unwanted or nude or pornographic content is uploaded by any person, maybe your photo, any unwanted image which is created with the help of artificial intelligence in a deepfake, in that case that is the responsibility of social media account, maybe Twitter or Facebook. They should remove it within a period of 26 hours. If they do not do it, in that case they can be held liable. Heavy fine can be imposed on them as per the IT rules. So we have this intermediary guideline rules 2021 which looks into that. How do you see the role of cybersecurity evolving in the next 5 years or some years, especially with the rise of AI? Now, when it comes to cybersecurity, so to strengthen the cybersecurity, I just told you what are the major initiatives taken by the government of India. We also have the CRT, that is counter emergency response team in India, which looks into this and which gives the advisories from time to time. We also have the cybersecurity policy 2013 in place, and in addition to that, there is a Digital Personal Data Protection Act of 2023, which looks into or protects the privacy of India, which protects the privacy of individual in the cyberspace. What initiatives should be taken to educate women about cyber safety and digital literacy in India? What initiatives should be taken to educate? So, as I said, that the government is also taking a lot of initiatives from time to time to create the awareness among the public at large. You see, the bank RBI also from time to time tell us that our personal information should not be shared. But despite that, many times we share the OTP that those who are not heard about it. That's why we should also tell our family members. We should also take some responsibility, not only the government, but we should also educate our family members or our maybe parents or our senior citizens, those who are not well versed in technology. So I will take one last question because it's already 7:15. Then we'll stop. What is the most effective? If you have any more questions, you can drop an email ID to me, or you can just call me. Then I will try to resolve it. What is the most effective way to protect ourselves from cyber attacks, and how should this particular information can be spread more effectively? These are some repeated questions already answered. Right. So I think if you have any further any questions which I have not answered, you can just please drop a mail to me, or you can call me. I will share my number. Presuming that there is no cyber criminal sitting in this session, 9850109993. So thank you very much for giving an opportunity.
Thank you so much, sir. That was truly an engaging discussion. Thank you, everyone who participated, and special thanks to our guest speaker for patiently addressing all the queries. Thank you, everyone. Now, moving forward towards the end of this discussion, full of knowledge, I would like to call upon our student convener, Vanna Didi, for thank you note.
On behalf of the entire YUVA Gargi team, we sincerely thank you for the insightful and engaging webinar on cybersecurity for women. Your expertise and valuable guidance have truly empowered us with the knowledge and tools to navigate the online world safely. Your session was not only informative but also eye-opening, helping us understand the importance of digital safety and proactive measures to protect ourselves. We appreciate the time and efforts you took to address our queries and share practical solutions. Thank you once again for your invaluable contribution. We look forward to learning more from you in the future. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much.
As we wrap up this insightful session, let's take a moment to reflect on the key takeaways. Staying cautious, securing our digital presence, and supporting each other in creating a safer online space. Cyber safety is not just about technology, it is about awareness, responsibility, and empowerment. Let's commit to spreading this awareness and ensuring that every woman can navigate the digital world without fear. A huge thank you to Naksh Foundation, a special appreciation to our guest speaker for their valuable time and knowledge, and of course, a heartfelt thanks to all of our enthusiastic participation. Let's continue to uplift and protect each other, not just today, but every day. Stay informed, stay empowered, and stay safe only. Thank you and have a nice day.